Hi, I'm Miss Diephuis and welcome to Back to School Night. So the first question is, how do you pronounce my name? It's Deep Ice. Think of ice that's deep. I teach 4 different classes at Clifton: 6th grade English, 6th grade English Honors, a 6th and 7th grade ELD support class, and a Monday seminar class. My teaching experience. I have experience teaching all grade levels K through 8. This is my 30th year teaching in public schools and my 15th year teaching English at Clifton Middle School. I started teaching in Houston, Texas with the Teach for America program. I love my job here at Clifton. Here are some pictures of me and my family. My daughter Daniela is entering 5th grade and my son Nicholas is entering 9th grade. I want to talk about our textbooks first of all. This is what we're going to be using most of the time during our online learning. In 6th grade, we will be using these collections books. In 7th grade, we will be using these collections books. All of our students should have these by now. I want to talk a little bit about Clifton's core beliefs. In Clifton, we reach for excellence. The R stands for respect, the E for empathy, the A for accountability, the C for compassion, and the H for hope. And this, of course, applies during synchronous learning and asynchronous learning. And we've talked about this whole chart in our classrooms. Specifically, I'd like to talk about the expectations for Zoom meetings. During our Zoom meetings, I'm asking students to show kindness and patience in this new learning environment, to mute the microphone when they're not speaking to avoid adding in background noise, to listen when someone else is speaking, and to stay focused on the Zoom class activities. And finally, to use the chat function appropriately for the activity that we're doing. I want to talk about breakout rooms. It's in Zoom when we go to small groups and kids are asked to go into groups of 2 or 3 or 4 to work together. I'm asking them to all participate and share their ideas, to always use academic language, to ask others for their opinion if the other students haven't shared yet, to demonstrate active listening by looking at the screen and giving nonverbal cues to other students. I'm asking that everyone have their mic or video or screen share on. This shows me that they're participating. And finally, I'm asking them to stay focused on the activity that they were assigned. In breakout rooms, I will often, not always, but often give them specific roles. Students can be the leader, where they're facilitating the discussion. They may end up being the representative, where they're sharing the ideas of the group during the main discussion. The recorder, where they share their screen with everyone and record the ideas of the group. Or the timekeeper, where they're keeping track of time and making sure other students are staying on task. And of course, they'll always change roles different days. They can always ask for help down here when they're in a Zoom session, or they can leave the breakout room if they need help. I want to talk about expectations for classwork. When they're working on classwork in Google Classroom, I ask them to still always do their best work, to use complete sentences when they do any work on assignments in my class. A sentence should, of course, always start with a capital letter and end with a punctuation mark, and they should try and use details and descriptive words in their writing when they can. Finally, I want to talk about the writing process. First, we have pre-writing, where students think about what they're going to write about, where they plan out their writing. They might list ideas, talk about their ideas with other students, draw pictures, or make a web. Next, number 2, they'll be doing drafting, where they just write a first draft. In revising stage, number 3, they're going to reread their first draft and add details as needed. They may make changes or clarify their ideas. They may be asked to add more details or examples into their writing. They might also be asked to share their work with a partner to help them revise. Number 4 is editing, where they're just looking for capitalization, punctuation, spelling, and word usage. And finally, publishing, where they'll be completing a final draft and turning in their assignment or sharing their work with another student. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please email me if you have any further questions. And again, thanks for coming.